In this program, we're going to learn about an ellipse. What is an ellipse? An ellipse is a flattened out circle or oval. It is a circle that has been stretched out. The shape of a planet's orbit is an ellipse. This was first discovered by Johannes Kepler, based on careful observations by Tycho Brahe. Our moon's orbit is also an ellipse. Because our moon's orbit is an ellipse and not a circle, the moon is at different distances from the Earth at different points in its orbit. When the moon is at its farthest point from Earth, we call it its apogee. During apogee, the moon appears smaller. When the moon is at its closest point to the Earth, we call that its perigee. During perigee, the moon appears larger. Looking at the moon in the sky without anything to compare it to, you wouldn't notice it. But the difference in size can be quite significant if you were to photograph the moon at its apogee and at its perigee and compare the two photos. The apogee and the perigee not only change how large or small the moon looks on Earth, they affect Earth's tides. When the moon is at apogee, the farthest distance from Earth, it has less gravitational pull, which causes lower tides. When the moon is at perigee, the closest point to the Earth, its gravitational pull is stronger, which causes higher tides. Now that you better understand what an ellipse is, think about this. If the moon orbited the Earth in a perfect circle, how would this affect the tides? In this program, we're going to learn about the equinox. What is the equinox? The equinox occurs when the Earth's axis is neither tilting towards nor away from the sun, causing the length of the day and night to be exactly the same. Why does the length of daylight change throughout the year? It all depends on Earth's tilt and its journey around the sun. The Earth is tilted about 23.5 degrees, which causes the seasons and the change in the length of days on Earth. The day that the Earth's North Pole is tilted closest to the sun is called the summer solstice. The winter solstice, or the shortest day of the year, happens when the Earth's North Pole is tilted farthest away from the sun. During Earth's journey from summer to winter solstice and back again, it passes a point where the Earth is not tilting towards or away from the sun because of its position in orbit. These days are the autumn and spring equinoxes. The autumn or autumnal equinox is the first day of fall and occurs when the Earth's axis begins to tilt away from the sun on its journey towards the winter solstice. The autumn equinox usually happens around September 20th. The spring or vernal equinox is the first day of spring and occurs when the Earth's axis begins to tilt towards the Sun again on its journey to the summer solstice. The spring equinox usually happens around March 20th. Now that you better understand equinox, think about this. After the autumnal equinox, are the days getting longer or shorter?